Hey guys, I'm Saurabh. Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to talk about posting high quality pictures on Instagram. When you're editing your pictures on your desktop, laptop or smartphone, they look great. But when you upload it on Instagram, that's where the problem occurs. Well, today in this video, I will show you how to fix this issue and make sure the quality is on point. Doesn't matter what you're using, Lightroom Mobile or Photoshop, I'll cover all of them. This video is definitely going to be useful. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First, let's talk about Lightroom. This image is shot by one of my favorite portrait photographer who is also a very good friend of mine, Sagar Tripathi. Definitely check his Instagram. I'm going to crop the image first. Instagram recommends an aspect ratio between 4:5, that is a portrait shot, to 1.91:1 for a landscape shot. Just to be clear, when I say portrait and landscape, I'm not talking about the genre, I'm talking about the orientation of the image. A portrait shot is a taller shot and the landscape shot is a wider shot. If you want your image to cover the maximum area, go with the aspect ratio of 4:5. I'll make some minor adjustments and then the last step is sharpening in the detail panel. Whatever sharpening you apply to the image, it's going to be applied to the whole image. We don't want that. We only want to sharpen the areas that are in focus, not the areas that are not in focus. For that, we're going to use the masking slider. Hold the Alt button, start dragging the slider slowly. The areas that you see in white are getting sharpened and the areas in black are not getting sharpened. I don't want to sharpen the areas that are not in focus, as I said before. I just want to apply the sharpening on the subject. Once I'm done editing the image, it's time to export it. Go to File, Export, Image Format JPEG, Quality 100 and Color Space sRGB. If you're printing photos, I will recommend Adobe RGB. It's a larger color space than sRGB. When you're uploading photos on Instagram, prefer sRGB because that is the only color space that is supported. If you export the file in any other color space like Adobe RGB or ProPhoto RGB, Instagram is going to convert it to sRGB. The goal is to not let Instagram do the adjustments, we'll do that by ourselves. The images that we capture through our smartphones, through our cameras have a very high resolution. Instagram supports a smaller resolution and that is why when you upload a high resolution image, Instagram is going to lower the resolution. But as I said, we will let Instagram do less work, we'll do it manually. Go to image sizing, click resize to fit. Select long gauge and insert 1350 pixels for a portrait shot. If it's a landscape shot, use 1080 pixels. Keep this in mind, this is very important. Next, sharpen for screen, amount standard, and that's it. You can name this preset Instagram Portrait. I'm going to make one for landscape as well. Next time you're exporting an image, just select the preset and you're done. Talking about Lightroom Mobile, we're going to do the exact same steps. Click here, export as, file type JPEG, dimension, custom, long side, same, 1350 pixels for a portrait shot, 1080 for a landscape shot, image quality 100. Click on more options, output sharpening screen, and color space sRGB. That's it, export the image. Now let's open Photoshop. The idea is the same, the execution is a bit different. I'm going to do some exposure and color adjustments to this image. Now instead of changing the color space later, I'm going to do it right now. Because when I export the file in sRGB, all the colors will be exactly the same. Go to Edit, Convert to Profile, Destination Space sRGB. Also make sure you're using a 8-bit channel. Go to Image, Mode, 8 bits. I'll do some basic editing. Last two steps are sharpening and resizing. We are going to resize the image first and then sharpen it. Why so? I'll explain that a bit later. To resize the image, go to Image, Image Size, set the height to 1350 pixels for a portrait image. Make sure this link is clicked because it will automatically change the width according to the aspect ratio. If it's a landscape image, set the width to 1080 pixels and the height will get adjusted automatically. Press OK. Now we'll add some sharpening. For that, we'll create a merged layer, which is a single layer which has all the edits we did till now baked in. The shortcut will be appearing on the screen. Go to Filter, Other, High Pass. Now we have to set the radius, which is very important. I'll start moving it to the right from 0 and stop when I'm able to see a bit of details in the edges. Be very careful about the radius. If you use a very high radius, like for example 5, it will look fake. Change the blending mode to overlay and you're done. This looks very over sharpened because we have used a higher value. I have the same image open in a different tab which is not resized with high resolution. When I apply the same sharpening with 5 as the radius value, this actually looks good and not over sharpened. Reason for that is the resolution of the image. Higher the resolution, higher will be the radius. So sharpening should depend on the resolution of the image. That is why we resize the image first and then we apply the sharpening. Let's go back to the compressed image. Use a high pass filter with a lower value around 1.5 looks good. Blending mode overlay and done. One last step is masking like we did in Lightroom. I'll hold Alt and create a black layer mask. Since everything is black, nothing is getting sharpened. I'll use a white brush and paint the areas which I want to be sharpened. This technique gives you more control and I personally prefer this over Lightroom. Once I'm happy with the masking, the file is ready to be exported. Go to File, Export, Export as, Format JPEG, Quality 100. We have already set the width and height. Convert to sRGB, Export. Make sure you upload this exact file to Instagram and the quality will be on point. What I mean is, when you're transferring the image from your laptop or desktop to your smartphone, the image might get compressed if you're using WhatsApp or Facebook. If you're using something like Google Drive or anything that lets you transfer the original file, always use that particular option, otherwise all the efforts will be in vain. That's it from this video guys. I hope you people enjoyed the video and this video helped you. If it did, press the like button, share it with your friends who are facing the same issue, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel for more quality content. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.